Hey, James, it's Trevor Gross from CUTigers.com. Congratulations on the win. So I think Trevor Lawrence, can you hear me, James?
Yeah, I hear you.
I think Trevor Lawrence said after the first Notre Dame game that you just looked at him on the sideline when all the fans were storming the field and said, we've got to get another shot at these guys. How fired up have you been for the last 2 weeks just to get a crack at them, and how proud are you of your performance tonight?
Yeah, no, ever since that loss, we knew if we took care of business and they took care of business, we were going to see them again. And we were really happy that we got to see them again, and we were definitely. It's been an exciting 2 weeks getting ready for these guys. We couldn't wait to play tonight, and it definitely showed.
Hey, James, Lawton Swan, given everything you guys have been through this year, you've been a part of 5 of these. How does this one compare, the championship, the ACC championship, to the other 4 that you've gotten?
I've played in – this is my 5th one. Wow. My freshman year, I think it was VT. Miami was a big one a couple years ago. This is definitely the most hyped up game, ACC championship game, and rightfully so. I mean, they're a great team, but it's just another game for us, though. We knew if when we're at full force and we're firing all cylinders, what we can do to people, and I mean, like I said, that showed.
James, it's Trevor again. Have you ever had to chase a quarterback all over the field the way you did tonight?
Say it again.
Have you ever had to chase a quarterback all over the field the way you did tonight?
Oh yeah. I mean, I try to do that every weekend. So, but I had a lot of fun. And it's been a rough couple months for me, just with injury and being out, the frustration. So I was dialed in. I was ready to go, and it was really fun being out there and just calling the defense for the guys.
Hey,
James, they got off to a – go ahead, David.
Thanks, man. I'm just curious, when you're watching the first time around when this game's played, like how much was it going through your head? Like, man, if I was out there, I'd be doing this or I'd be doing that. Like, did you kind of notice things as that first game happened where you thought like, it's going to be different with me out on the field this time?
Yes and no. I mean, if you really dissect the first game, I thought the defense played well outside of a couple plays, but I mean, definitely when you're watching and you see things happen, you're like, dang, I wish I could have been out there for that moment. And you can say all those things, but you never know what it's just. Everything happens so fast, and it's honestly a blur. And you're just instincts take over, and you're just playing. And so it's hard to say, God, I would have made that play, or I would have done this differently, because, like I said, it just happens so fast. But I mean, I know kind of player I am, and I know I'll make a difference, and I definitely showed.
Hey, James, Lawton Swan again. The first quarter, they picked up 120 yards. We're moving it pretty freely. Coach Venable said he felt like you guys really settled in. Was there anything specifically that you saw differently in that second and third quarter that made you guys so successful at that point in the game?
Yeah, I think if you look at the things they got on us, we gave them. I mean, we bust and just guys trying to do a little too much, and when we settled in, we just started doing our job and not trying to do too much. And then, the rest is history. And even on the last drive, where they scored, we were really frustrated about that. We were not happy that we gave them that. And, it just goes to show the intensity of the Venables and the expectation we have on the side of the ball.
James, it's Trevor again. Jake Venables started in your place the first meeting with Notre Dame. Of course, he's out for the season. I know the Kane, Patterson, and Bentley and those other young linebackers have stepped up in the last few weeks. But how much do you think you'll miss Jake?
Oh, I mean, Jake's a great leader for us. He's a third-year guy. He knows the defense really well. He's a great asset in the linebacker room, and it does suck that he can't be there, and we feel for him, and it's a chance for young guys to step up. They got recruited too. And, Kane's my backup now, and Mike, he's the 2. And, he puts in a lot of work every week, and he stays ready.
Hey, James, David with ESPN again. When it hasn't happened often that Coach Venables, his defense has had a rough game or had somebody put up points against them. Do you notice anything different about him after a game like that? Does he take it personally? Or does he have I don't know that he can up the intensity any from just what his normal day-to-day is, but like, does a prep for a game when it's kind of a rematch situation like this, do you sense a different level in him?
I sense a different level of this whole team. I mean, we treat every game the same way, don't get me wrong. But when you listen to some of the things, they were saying leading up to this game, they pushed some buttons I think they wish they shouldn't have pushed.
I'll ask you too real quick. You mentioned this is your fifth. Have you given any thought, given the opportunity, that you could come back for a sixth?
I've definitely thought about it, and I just don't know. So we'll find out. I'll let y'all know when I know, but I don't know.
James,
Any more for
obviously,
James? Go ahead,
obviously, we've seen some of these young guys really stepping up. Trenton Simpson, Malcolm Green, they've really come on in the latter half of the season. What have you seen from them, not only on the field during these ball games, but in practice and preparations that really has helped those two guys improve?
Yeah, no, we say it all the time. When you get this part of the year, freshmen aren't freshmen anymore. I mean, those guys, you played 10 games. Like, you're seasoned. You're ready to go. And if you have, Trenton, extremely talented. Malcolm's probably that guy practices so hard. That guy celebrates a play in practice and scout work. He practices so hard, like he's in a game, and it shows up on game day. It shows up. So I love watching Malcolm and them guys work, and then it's been nice seeing them kind of learn how to study the game, and a lot of the older guys help them through that process.